What is up, everybody? Today is February 9th, 2026, and today we had the most beautiful NQ price action possibly of my life. It was absolutely beautiful. I made $680 across my 5 funded accounts, which made me about $3,400, I want to say that comes out to be. And then on top of that, my 5 pathway to payout evals, I passed fully. I needed to make like 700 some dollars, so I just manually closed once I was up that amount, held a little bit past TP1. It was beautiful. Great day. Put me at, I think, 6,900 total dollars on the day. But overall, clean price action. If you trade my system, which is the SIS system, the simplest inversion system in the space, if you want to learn, I teach it entirely for free in my Discord. On top of that, I also live trade it in my Discord every single day, so you can take my trades alongside me. Tons of free resources in there. Free model breakdown PDF, free IFVG ranking system. There's no reason you shouldn't join. Get in there. But anyways, let's get right into the recap. All right, everybody. So this is what I noticed coming into this morning. A couple different confluences I had where we were trading inside of this hourly fair value gap, which I noticed was a very obvious gap. And inside of this gap, we left behind a low inside of a fair value gap. You know what I think about lows inside of fair value gaps. Extremely obvious draw, extremely high confidence draw. So we had this low down here. Another thing is we had this 1 hour fair value gap to the upside. We had a couple sets of highs. We had this high right here, this little intermediate high, I believe that was from London. So that was London high right there. And then we had these highs all the way up here. So we had a couple draws pulling us to the upside, very obvious draw below, and we were in between 2 fair value gaps. So that's what I noticed with pre-market, and I'll let one more hourly candle play out here, and you'll notice we traded a little bit higher, started reversing. I'll drop it to 15-minute time frame now. This puts us at 8:45, so let me get right up to right before market opens. So this is what we were working with pre-market. We had inverses 15-minute fair value gap to the downside. We're trading lower, had no other gaps that could stop us. We had these 2 obvious lows, and like I said, I knew this low inside the fair value gap was an obvious draw. So what I was going to do was just wait for this low to get taken. I wanted to see longs. I was bullish just because we had 2 stacked up highs above, and I expected this fair value gap to hold and set us higher. This was kind of my condition, so what I was expecting was literally just going to be soup off this gap in this low, trade higher. That was really my daily bias. Super simple. Didn't need to see anything ridiculous or crazy. So moving into market open candle now. Let's let that play out. And you will see market open candle. If I go to the 1 minute. Market open candle traded all the way down and swept out this low inside of the gap. So got this liquidity sweep at the low inside of the gap. Now, obvious draw. I want to see this get taken. And first candle market open does that. So I'm like, word, let's get along here. Pop over to ES. Another thing I notice, SMT with this low. ES did not sweep this low, NQ did. So we had a bullish SMT at this dumb obvious draw and a bullish daily bias. All I'm looking to see is a flip off of this low to go higher. That's literally all I wanted to see. So we have an SMT at this low. Let's get one more candle. Swept out that low. And what we have here is a 1 minute fair value gap to the upside. Okay. Rejecting out of a high time frame fair value gap, get a liquidity sweep, have an SMT at the liquidity sweep, and have 9:30 market open Judas fair value gap right here. If we get a Judas inversion of this fair value gap, I'm looking to take longs to the first obvious draw, which would be these highs up here. All I need to see is an inversion of this gap. I'm getting it long. Literally, it was as simple as that. So one candle, start making a move higher, trade inside the gap, get a little bit higher here on the next candle. One more candle, doesn't inverse it just yet. Trade a little bit lower, and then bang, we get the inversion right here. Come on. Another thing you can do, go to the 30-second time frame. You'll notice there's this 30-second order block right here with this little baby low. Low, high, lower low, higher low. 30-second order block protecting us to go higher. Then go back to the 1 minute time frame. You get an inversion there. This is just, we have a protected stop loss. Such an obvious long. Like, there's nothing wrong with this long. It's literally A++, the bread and butter my model. Like, this is like just bread and butter, doesn't get any better than this. Stop at the bottom of this order block. You don't need to see us trade all the way back down here because we had a Judas inversion and we have a 30-second order block. Order block bottom of that would be literally right there, that low. Simple as that. I'm entering long. Perfect close on the inversion, by the way. Like, fucking look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Full take profit up here, 400 ticks away, 100 points exactly at pre-market highs. Break even at the internal high right there. Go break even here and just let this bitch ride. Like, I mean, you don't want to see us slow down. You don't want to see us hesitate off this inversion. So I'll let it play out, and you'll see 2 candles go break even on the trade. Stops to break even. Risk is off. This is a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward, by the way. And look at this. Smash full take profit. Fucking as simple as that. This passed all of my evals in the Pathway to Profitability series and made me like $500 or $600 on all my past funded accounts that I also have. It was beautiful. We made this 1 minute gap. We respected it. It's sexy. This turned me on. Like, I'm going to be totally transparent here. This was the most beautiful, obvious IFEG setup of the year. On top of that, let's see what else we did. After taking this high, what do you notice? We open 5 minute fair value gap below to the downside. I'm not done yet. The price action's so good. I'm not done. I'm like, let's see what else we can get here. Let's see what else we can do. I mean, on all the accounts I took a win on, of course, I'm done. I passed a bunch of accounts too. Done on those, but 5 minute fair value gap to the downside. On top of that, you'll notice we a little bit overextended. Now we just made this big pump higher, and let's just let price play around for a bit. So we take this high, you start to see a little bit of a sell-off, and guess what? We trade into a 5 minute fair value gap. Sure, we took the first high, but we have a bunch of LR above. We have a bunch of low resistance liquidity that could get swept out. Another thing you'll notice, pop on my indicator here, we left London highs. We never took London highs yet. We still have this draw to London highs higher. I think we could still go higher on the day. I'm like, fuck it. Price action is going to be beautiful. Let's see if we get another opportunity. Price action pulled back to equilibrium. We haven't seen this in years. Look at this pullback. Swept out all these lows, filled in this 5 minute fair value gap, and left a 1 minute fair value gap to the upside. Like, look at this. Like, when do we get pullbacks? We haven't seen this since like the 1800s. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. Turning off my indicator here. Let's let price action play out a little bit. Of course, we just took a draw. We're going to slow down for a little bit. We might accumulate, get a little bit of a chop here. But next thing you know, trade higher. Another perfect inversion through this 1 minute fair value gap. This is a continuation model long that's A+. Beautiful continuation model. Enter here. You don't even need to set your stop at the bottom of this chop. You don't need to do that. Literally, we made an inception fair value gap when we inverse this gap. You see how we made this 1 minute gap? We shouldn't trade back through that if we're going to go, if we're actually going to be bullish and go higher. Shouldn't trade back through that. Set your stop loss just below the bottom of this fair value gap at this candle's wick low right here. Take profit at London highs. Perfect entry yet again. Let it play out. Edges the highs. Chops around for a minute. Holds all these gaps as it should. Perfect structure. Taking out the highs for another beautiful continuation long, which I made like $400 with on a few more evals after my trading bait started working on them, and on a couple more funded accounts. Like, it was beautiful. Look at this price. I can't get over how gorgeous this price action was. So textbook. Got a beautiful pullback continuation, and got a beautiful sweep with an SMT out of a high time frame fair value gap for a long. Like, look at me right now. It was gorgeous. I want to take this price action out on a fucking date. This just made me so much money. I risked heavy because it was beautiful, and I'm going to go risk off for the rest of the week. Like, this could be my trading week right here. It's that being, I'm cutting it here. I'm leaving this trade recap here. If you want to learn my model, which presents itself beautifully sometimes like this, join my Discord. It's going to change your life. Learning this model will change your life. I live trade it every day. I show you. You can do this every single day. Look at my page. I've done this for years. I know this model works. I built it myself. I backtested it myself, and I still get trades from it myself. You just need a simple daily bias, have to understand liquidic targets, and know what a good inversion is. And you can do this for yourself. I made almost $7,000 on my funded accounts today, and past 5 evals that I bought for fucking fun to show you guys it's not that hard to do this. The skill is not that hard. Any of you can do this. When you get price action like this, go risk heavy, risk hard. If you're on a funded account, make a massive buffer on days like this. And then farm winning days on slower price action, get your payouts. And that's exactly what I'm going to do going forward on these funded accounts that I now have passed. It's as simple as this. Don't overcomplicate this stuff. You can do it. Link in description, live trading, learn my model. And you know what? Have a beautiful day. I'm going to have a beautiful day. You should too. Enjoy.